Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wu Manchu Chronicles. I'm your host, Wu Manchu, but Struth was here earlier, so doing an interview, so that's why his name's up here. And then my next guest is the one and only DJ Grinch. What's up? How's it going?
What up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Woo Man. Woo
You're
Man
welcome, dude.
Chew.
I know you're well. Are you excited to be back on the fest this year?
I am very excited to come back, man. I'm very excited. I didn't
Yep,
get to last year, but you know, this year it's gonna be even better. So I love it.
yep, yep. And I was like, I gotta promise you a spot at least one last time because that's what we're doing is one last time.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah,
Yep,
we're
yep.
gonna make it rock.
100%, dude. It's gonna be fun. Awesome. So,
Absolutely.
I remember like when we were like hanging out back in the day at my friend's apartment, and we were all in his one of his rooms, and we did that podcast. Remember that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
What a
definitely
time.
remember that. Yes.
Yeah. So we talked about your journey. So refresh our memories of your music journey as a DJ.
Let's see. I started DJing in 1996. I moved down to Florida, um, Mississippi, Alabama area, the Gulf Coast, chasing a girl. Went down there. I was a karaoke jock, and in between karaokeing, a DJ would come on, and I knew immediately that's what I wanted to do. So I started carrying around his vinyl and CDs, all that good stuff. Started out down there, did quite a few different clubs. Then I moved back to Pueblo. Um, Man, I don't know that there's a place in Pueblo I haven't worked. I started out at the Gambler and Cavalcade before it was Peppers. Um, yeah, Kickers, Showtime, did some places up in Springs. Um, just lots of a gazillion different events. I know just this year, um, I did a show in Demian on March 1st of this year. And we had about 8 performers. That was a lot of fun. Um, then we did our next two events were Thing 1 and Thing 2. Thing 1, we did June 20th up in Springs. Um, that went pretty good. We got Thing 2 is coming up July the 25th. It's actually located at the old Favorite on D Street,
Hmm.
across from the train depot. Other than that, I've just been being an RT, respiratory therapy, and just trying to envelop myself more into music, more of what I like rather than doing things for everybody else, focusing on me, what I like to do.
100%. Yep, absolutely. And yep, you've been DJing forever, dude. I mean, I've never been to those clubs, but I'm like, I've driven by them or rode by them, and I'm like, man, some of them don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, no, some of them are bingo halls now, and some got turned into strip malls, and there isn't a huge, big club scene now. A lot of everything seems to have um, gone a little bit more locally, a little bit more privatized. Um, but it's just the evolution of things changing, and
Oh
we're
yeah,
just rolling with it.
yeah. And when you mentioned Florida, I'm like, the scene there, it's just blowing up from like Jacksonville all the way to like New Smyrna Beach and Orlando and Daytona, Ormond, like all along that coast. I'm not sure about the Panhandle part, but I know like the East Coast is just going crazy on your style of music, from house to everything EDM, everything in between. It's bonkers.
Absolutely. One of my favorites, which I will probably do a lot of at Sareth Fest, breakbeats. And of course, breakbeats, that's straight up Florida. One of my all time idols, DJ Icy, is from down there. Um, love the breakbeats. Love the breakbeats.
Dude, I hear his name a lot on the radio. Like he DJs a lot in Orlando. So
Yes.
good times. Are you ever gonna go see him in Orlando on his home turf?
No, however, I did just meet at Thing One. I had DJ DMX there, and DMX is friends, legit friends with DJ Icy, and
Wow.
hopefully the tentative plan is he's going to see if he might be able to get DJ Icy to come to Colorado for a show. I guess he hasn't been to Colorado in a long time. So I'm hoping he's coming. We're going to
Yep.
see what we can make work.
Absolutely. Man, I remember that going to like caffeine and going to like the church and seeing like Sasha and John Digweed, all those. It was like the wildest time to be alive. I don't know if they still have caffeine or anything. Do they?
You know, I don't think they do caffeine anymore, but I may be wrong, but I don't think they do caffeine anymore. Um, but yeah, oh my gosh, I loved going to caffeines. Definitely the church, man. Saw Tiesto. I think I saw DJ Icy at the church. Yeah, the church has had some spectacular people up there.
Indeed. I think I got mistaken for the church for Beta. The Beta was where I saw Sasha and John Digweed, and like they had a really nice system there. But I don't know if they're still around because I haven't been in Colorado in forever. So
You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think um I heard that DJ Sasha has finished touring. I think our friend Justin Brown went to his last performance.
man, that's pretty awesome. And he's DJing and still, and that's pretty awesome too.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
really
I
like the
love DJing with him.
yeah, it's
JT
fun.
Skywalker.
JT Skywalker, good times. Yep, I remember like I wrote an article about him in college, so that was some good times. Yeah. So this how do you pronounce it when you did the thing one where it's located?
Um, Endymion.
Yep, Endymion. Like what's the like inspiration of
The
that name?
Endymion is a parade that they have that starts Mardi Gras in New Orleans, and they've had it for I can't even give you a BS answer. Something 60 plus years. I know it's been going for a long time. So our whole idea was let's bring Endymion to Colorado. And of course, we did that on, I believe it was on Fat Tuesday, was the beginning of it, or maybe it's the end of it. I'm not sure, but that was the inspiration behind Endymion. Was let's bring some Mardi Gras here.
Yep. Did you let the good times roll?
Absolutely, we had we had a number of different performers there. Justin Thomas was there. We had Oh my God. You know what? I don't even know who all we had. We had a bunch of different people. Um, a lot of people that I looked up to uh, coming up as a DJ. You know, you got like DJ Panic, Superstar DJ, um, just to name a few. But yeah, definitely good times. I enjoyed that a lot. We did that at, oh, yeah, that one was in Springs also. So hopefully moving forward, we're going to try to do more shows here in Pueblo rather than just traveling out to Springs. So this Sereth Fest is a great opportunity to get back in the scene and get things going again here in Pueblo. I know you have kept things going. I have not here in Pueblo. I've been doing a lot of Springs, but it's a hometown. I love this place, and it's Sereth Fest, so there's a little bit of something for everybody. Everybody's going to have a good time. I believe after I'm performing, you got some comedians. I think you may be one of the comedians.
Possibly. I moved my date to the next night or on
Okay.
Saturday. Yep, because I'm like, there's too much of me on that Friday. I think I'm gonna do like 10 minutes of comedy, and then because I'm already doing like a lot of more comedy on Saturday, so I'm just gonna, just stretch it out a little bit and let everyone else do like 20 or something.
I love it.
Yep,
Yeah,
sounds good.
you gotta sprinkle in a little Sereth everywhere.
Yep, most definitely. And I'll be exhausted by the time I'll reach the third night, so it's gonna be pretty wild. Yep.
Yeah, I would
Awesome.
imagine so. That's
Yep.
okay. As adults, we don't worry about sleeping.
Nah, it's the cousin of death.
Right. That's
Indeed.
a you know, I think I'm gonna remember that and use that. It is. It is a good cousin.
For sure. And your event, did you have any when you had the Mardi Gras date? Did you have any king cake while you were there?
King cake. No.
Yep, it's a popular cake that they have during Mardi Gras, so and in New Orleans. So definitely when you do it again, bring on some king cake.
King cake. I am gonna remember that. That is not something I knew about. I
Mm.
went to Mardi Gras once when I was 18. Went to a ball, one of those masquerades. You know, you hold up the mask, and um, man, that was just it was so cool. There was so many people, so many people. I thought I had been around people before, but not like that.
Ah, did you interview any vampires while you were down there?
No, no interviews with the band with the vampire.
Oh. One day, if they're around.
One day it will
Awesome. So,
come.
yep. So on that bill, you had DJ Daddy Rocks, you, DJ Squared, and DJ DMX. So that's a
Yeah, yeah.
pretty.
Matter of factly, that was who was at Thing One. Was DMX, DJ Squared, Daddy Rocks, and me. Yeah.
How
I
how much
know.
time did
What's
oh
up?
how much time did you all do?
About an hour a piece.
Wow.
I know at this upcoming one at Thing Two, we have opening. We've got Broken Electronics,
Mhm.
and then I'll go. And then after me, we have Vicious Pink. I believe she's from Denver. And then also from Denver, we have DJ Haggard. And both of them are pretty well known. So I I am also excited to watch their show.
Hell yeah. And DJ Daddy Rocks too on the bill. I think is he coming back?
Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna perform or not. We're kind of playing that by ear. If we need extra time in the beginning and the end and the middle, DJ Daddy Rocks will jump on.
For
But
sure.
I think it will just be the four of us performing a thing too.
Awesome. I loved how you named him after like Dr. Seuss and stuff.
Yeah, believe it or not, that was not my idea.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh well, I'm DJ Grinch. I cannot suggest something like that. But the moment somebody else suggested thing one and thing two, I was like, oh yeah, that's exactly what we're doing.
Awesome. Have you seen the movie The Main One?
The main one.
Yep.
No, I have not.
It's on Tubi and it's the Grinch, but it's more graphically like he just kills people. And it's really good.
I I have heard about that, but no, I have not seen. But if you're gonna mention it, it's worth checking out.
Yep. I didn't think, it'd be cool to see him and it's a comedy too, so it's like, there's a little slapstick here and there, but it's totally worth watching. So
Absolutely.
yep.
More
He
exposure
played
is good exposure.
pretty much. Yeah, and the guy that's the Grinch, he was also Steamboat Willie on Screamboat, and he was also Art the Clown on the Terrifier movies.
Okay.
Yep.
I have not heard or I have not seen either of those either. But when you said Steamboat Willie, I knew. Wasn't that Mickey Mouse? Steamboat
Yep.
Willie?
It went
He
into public
st- he's
domain,
he started out as Mortimer Mouse, but
possibly.
yeah.
But he's about, a foot tall, but he kills people. It's hilarious. And it's so graphic. It's great.
I'm sure he didn't kill everybody by the ankles.
Oh no, he went all out with like forklifts and all this other crazy stuff. It's great, and like there's a lot of like nodding to like all the Disney characters. Like you all see all the princesses, and you'll see Peter Pan and all that stuff, and like Lion King references. It's so great. It's hilarious.
Man, I should probably just contact you outside of this interview and we'll get a whole little list of movies I need to see.
Yep, I agree. They're just so much fun. Awesome. And so
Heck
you
yeah.
also stream every week on Twitch with guest DJs. And who do you have on this past weekend? Who do you have in the future?
This past week I had DJ Tripnosis. Um, Coming up in the future, I don't know who else I may have, but definitely we'll get JT Skywalker in again. My hopes, I hope maybe if he's watching, we'll get DJ Squared down here. Um, I do hope to do something with DJ DMX. Definitely DJ Daddy Rocks. Um, we'll have Broken Electronics. I always want to call him Ian because that's his name, but
Mm.
Broken Electronics. JT Skywalker. I might have to get DJ Panic in here because
Nice.
people love watching DJ Panic. He is very exciting to watch.
Wow. Good stuff. So do you like when you do perform live? Do you all switch out turntables or just share the same turntables and mixer and stuff?
Um, I have my own setup and I offer it to anybody. Sometimes, like when I have JT Skywalker come over, um, actually he has a better controller than me, so I just put him up right next to me. so that we're right next to each other. Um, we haven't done anything. I haven't had a DJ that did turntables yet. So far, everything's been DJ control, like a DJ controller. But I'm always open to turntables.
Heck
It's
yeah.
where it all began.
Yep. I was at the Run the Jewels and Wu Tang concert on July 4th, and like they had Trackstar the DJ for Run the Jewels and Mathematics for Wu Tang Clan, and it was just the Wu Tang Clan had a live band with them too. It was pretty gnarly. But I was talking to one of the audience members, and they're like, we just love the sound of vinyl and the crackling and all that stuff. And so, do you have experience with like everything from like vinyls all the way up till now?
Shoot, I have so much music, it's ridiculous. I I honestly think I am close to 3.2 or 3.3 million songs. Not not just access to on the internet, but like
Uh-huh.
I physically have that many songs.
That's a lot of songs.
Yeah. Yeah, a long time ago I used to love getting as many uh off the wall songs as I possibly could, anything that anybody could ever request or want. Nowadays, I'm starting to slim down to what I like to play and
Mhm.
not just having songs.
Indeed.
But
There's
speaking
still.
of the Wu Tang, I just saw a T-shirt I'm gonna buy. It's Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood
Uh,
with
that's
his
pretty
Wu
awesome.
Tang up. I was like, oh, I gotta get that.
Indeed. That's pretty awesome. I'm wearing my Wu Tang shirt that I got from the tour. Like now, it's like it says the final tour or the final chapter or chamber. But yep,
Gotcha.
hopefully you can see it. But there's like a B on top and a B on the bottom. It's like figured one B's for Tony Todd that played Candyman, and the other one's for the Wu Tang Clan. So that's the only reason why I got it.
I love it.
Indeed. So DJ Grinch, you must really love Dr. Seuss. What are your favorite top five Dr. Seuss books?
Oh man. I definitely have to start with the Grinch because I have to. Um, one sock, two sock, red sock, blue sock. Um, oh, the places you will go. Gotta love green eggs and ham. There, just all the way across the board. I know a lot of our decorations for thing one and thing two will be, of course, thing one and thing two, but also the truffula trees. So you got to throw the Lorax in there.
Yep. Good times. I haven't watched all the movies yet, but I love Jim Carrey when he was the Grinch. He was like probably the best one.
I heard that he was gonna do another Grinch movie. Of course, this is definitely not a remake. It'll be brand new, but yeah, I suppose Disney did it with Star Wars, so they'll do it with Dr. Seuss too.
Why not? And Michael Myers was, the Cat in the Hat. So hopefully there's more like cool Dr. Seuss's coming up because his material doesn't age at all, and it's been around for forever. So
Yes.
like Wu Tang, he's like the of the authors. He's like Dr. Seuss forever.
Por vida.
Yeah, awesome. I'm so glad that we got to catch up and all that stuff. And do you have any like besides DJ Icy, what are like some of your favorite or other DJs that you'd like to go on tour with if you can?
Probably my number one DJ that I would love to go on tour with, who I enjoy a lot is On to Mike, Ondamike, all one word. Um, Man, that guy has some hot break beats. Everything's new and fresh. Um, I I would absolutely love to go with On to Mike. I know that my buddy, do you remember Jake? DJ Silver C, he's up in Wisconsin, and I know that they're doing a lot of EC EDM, which EC I think is Eclair. Um, but I would definitely love to get up there. He's been working with a lot of people also. Um, I know one of them in particular, Doctor is his name. Um, After listening to him, I do really want to DJ with him. I think I think he knows his stuff really well.
That's pretty awesome. Are you gonna record your set from the show and put it on SoundCloud or and all your other platforms?
Yeah, actually, every single week that I record or I live stream on Twitch, I record that set and then put it on SoundCloud. So many Fridays since I believe April is when I started that. We got just about every single Friday on there. Um, I definitely recorded um, any live sets that I've done, any shows I've done. Definitely record those, put those out there. And this one, absolutely, I plan on recording and putting out there.
Hell yeah, dude. That's pretty
Absolutely.
awesome. Gosh, I remember like we spent the most time together at Showtime because I would go there and play poker, and we didn't
Yeah.
gamble with real money or anything, but it was so much fun. So, like, what are your favorite like times over at Showtime?
You know, some of my favorite times at Showtime, I think that was Showtime ended right before COVID had begun. And so for me, it was like a last big hoorah. It was, I will, looking back, I will always remember this huge crowd of 600 to 800 people, just a sea of heads, bobbing, moving around, rubbing shoulders. Um, there was so many crazy things that happened there. Oh my gosh. I I was working there when my ex went into labor with my youngest. Um, had a couple ex-girlfriends from there. Um, but mostly just remembering everybody getting together, a whole group of all kinds of different people getting together to have a good time. They didn't come out for just me or just the bartenders and the drinks or just like everybody just came out because that's where everybody was. And I think that a little bit of that has been lost over the last few years. And so I really like looking back on those times as some of the last times that I remember everybody constantly went out all the time, consistently every single week. And man, I sure loved Showtime sound system. They had some great subwoofers.
Yeah, I miss the arcade there and with like the skee
Yes.
ball. What I mean, like, and then I remember it used to be like a a post office there that was there, and I think, and
Um,
like
the the post office is near there. It's in the Midtown Shopping Center, and Showtime was just right to the side of Midtown. But yeah, the that was there. I think right next to Showtime was a place called Apria, um, and they do respiratory stuff. They sell oxygen, that kind of stuff. I know over near there was Honey Baked Ham. I love to eat there all the time.
yeah, the bowling alley, one of them,
Yeah,
Bolero.
yeah,
Yeah,
Bolero Lanes is down there. That's been there for a long time.
yep. It's so cool that it's underground too. It's so rad.
Yep, my buddy DJ Sliden is, I believe, DJing there every week.
Wow.
Think then he went to Twin Elks. But anyways, yeah, yeah, definitely Bolero Lanes. Man, I remember going there as a kid, as a teenager, and as an adult, and with my kids.
Wow. Pretty
So,
wild. And I think gosh, when it was like closing time, I think you played like country music or something just to chase people out
you
or something
know,
like that.
sometimes about 20 to 30 minutes before we would shut down, the owner would have me play country music because it did. It was country music's very listenable.
Yep.
It's not something that everybody was going to dance to, but still kind of nod their head. So it was a good wind down. Um, Man, at the very very end for closing, I remember doing a whole bunch of Showtime tunes. Uh, oh my gosh, yeah, just old TV theme songs. The Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yep. Oh man, I love me some Betty White.
Yes,
Yep. Do you have a
yes.
favorite Golden Girl?
Um, Betty White, I think everybody liked, but in particular, I really liked Blanche
Yep.
just because she was extra out there.
Yep. Very
But
spicy.
yeah, very spicy for an old lady.
Yeah. Oh man. I miss that show. I'm glad they have like it's on syndication. You can just bring it up wherever you want online. So
Yes.
good
Yeah, my
times.
wife watches Golden Girls a lot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you have a show coming up. That's gonna be at the favorite. Do you have any more shows coming up?
Um, Not as of right now, but tentatively about we try to do one every 2-3 months. I feel like 2-3 months, like about 3 months, is a good mark for having enough time to fully let everybody know about the event, know that it's coming up so that it's not just a surprise flyer that you found on your car.
Yep. So
But
did
yeah,
you
other than thing two, I currently do not have anything
did, did you have like a show at in the county or something
in the
too?
county.
Maybe no, you sent it to me. I think maybe it was like that one that was in Springs. It was like you sent it to me via text message.
Well, up at when we did Endymion, we did it at a place we rented out. Sunshine Studios
Uh-huh.
was where we had that at. Um, The Artist Nightclub was where we had Thing 1. Thing 2 will be the favorite. Um, Out in the county, though, I don't remember doing much out in the county. But out in Pueblo West, definitely the Gambler before it turned into Kickers.
Hmm. Good times. I think I've only been to Kickers once though. That was just I, I wasn't much of a dancer or involved with that much into that scene, but I just remember just seeing you and sometimes on those Friday nights and stuff, and the staff was so cool. Do you keep up with any of them from Showtime?
Oh, from Showtime, absolutely. Yeah, I still know Angela. She was the head waitress. Um, Dana was one of the managers there. I know she runs Dana's Classic Catering now here in Pueblo. Um, One of the head bartenders there, Drew. I still talk to Drew very often. And Jason Munoz was a bartender at that time. Since then, I think he got into quite a bit of politics, um,
Mm.
working over at the courthouse, doing quite a few things, making good changes in Pueblo. So, from the party scene of Showtime, quite a lot of good has come from that. The employees that I worked with, I I don't know. I can't think of anybody that I am not still friends with. Even some of the waitresses that were just waitresses. Um, yeah, still good friends with them. I they'll probably be forever friends for sure.
That's awesome. I miss Drew. I was thinking about him the other day, and so I'm like, yeah, I wonder what he's up to. And I know Jason's up to like the government stuff and city government, so that's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you see
Yeah,
Drew, hopefully he comes out to the fest if he's still in Pueblo. That'd be awesome to see him.
you know what? I will totally tell him. Matter of factly, no, I want to say it was about a month ago. Um, Drew had saw that I was on for Seraph Fest, and he was talking about you. So yeah, Drew
Awesome.
definitely Drew definitely remembers you. Definitely talks good about you.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I'll totally have him come out.
Sweet. Those were definitely the days.
Yes.
I miss those poker days. I don't play poker much anymore. I don't. I could just play like online just to make sure my skills are still sharp. And I just
Right.
remember like everyone calling me River because I just kept on hitting my cards on the river and pissing everyone off.
I do remember your nickname being the River.
Yep. Oh, they made people so mad. I'm like, I'm hanging on for dear life. You better hang on to this raft too. Yeah. If you got the balls. Yep. It
You
was so
know,
fun.
and if I remember correctly, it wasn't that you didn't care, and it wasn't that you were trying to just say, forget about the game. Like, that was just what you did. You were
Yep.
taking a chance, and just like in real life, quite often, taking that chance works out.
Yep. It really taught me a lot too, and I love playing with like real humans, and that's why I don't play online poker. Like, cause I just feel like there's like a screen between us. I'd rather talk to like real people and have fun and say I can't read you and all that other stuff. I'm like, I don't want you to read me. It's like, I don't
Right, watching the corner of somebody's ear, the corner of their mouth, little
Yep.
twitch in the nose, the eye contact or the non-eye contact.
Yep. All of the above. There's so much science behind it. I'm like, this is great. And the cool thing is like it taught me to be like always too ahead like go all in on everything, even if you fail. It was a fun ride. So
And that's a great way to live life
yep.
too. you know, go for it. You got one life, live it.
Pretty much. Yep. That's like I love games like that. Like poker and like chess has taught me a lot too. And there's just so many cool games that just aren't regular video games. Like my next chapter in life after I step away from comedy is like I'm gonna go on just tour the country and play Cuba and see if I can get like at least the top 10 scores.
Absolutely.
And so far I got Florida down as a high score and Colorado. I went and played in Manitou Springs just recently. I'm like, I gotta get me the high score there. So it's like hell yeah. So
Hell yeah.
yep,
Gotta love
hopefully,
some Cubert.
yeah. I just love the way that he cusses whenever he gets caught by the snakes and all the other stuff.
Yeah, it was like
uh,
his little nose.
yep. I need to watch Pixels. I watched Wreck It Ralph, and that was a fun one. So I gotta watch Pixels now. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I'll definitely remind you of all the movies that are pretty graphic and fun to watch, like the Terrifier movies and the Grinch or the Mean One and all that stuff, and Scream Boat. So I think those are the good ones for now, and then bug me after you've seen them all. So there's like 5 movies right there.
All right, so I will do a book report and report to you after I've seen those.
Yep. Sounds like a plan, Stan. So yeah, you can definitely catch us over the next on Thursday night. We're going to be at the downtown bar. DJ Grinch is doing a set. He's headlining the music portion, so that's pretty awesome on that night. And then Celeste, my alter ego, is doing some 10 minutes of stand up. So that's sprinkled here and there all through the entire thing. And let's see here. On Friday, we're going to Smitty's Greenlight Tavern. It's going to be a mixed genre of night, so it's going to be lovely. And on Saturday, we're going to do storytelling, stand up at Presley's, and some punk rock music. And then we're going to end the night with the Ethos with some more music. If the rain comes and if it's too hot, we're going to the Ethos and we're going to do some stand up as well. So it's going to be a wild time.
I
Awesome.
love that. I
Yep. And
I
all,
will
all
be
free to
I
get.
will be very close to the ethos. Matter of factly, that night I will be about right across the street. My dad lives right across the street from the
Uh,
ethos. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna go check that out for
oh,
sure.
heck yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. So we'd love to see you on all 3 dates if we could. That'd be pretty rad. So we'll see what happens. Yep, and shout out to K Nails and Spa, Quan's Kitchen, and Chico for helping me out this year. And yep, any final words you'd like to give out to the audience, DJ Grinch?
Just I know this may sound cliche, but I love all you guys out there. I really hope that everyone takes the time, come down, check it out. If you have not been to a Surrey Fest yet, this is the time to go. You're going to have a little bit of everything across the board. Little bit of all kinds of music. Got comedians. We got magnificent hosts. Um, it really is going to be a great time, and I really honestly do hope to see everybody there. I may not drink alcohol, but I'll definitely have a Diet Pepsi. I'll be cheersing with people.
Heck yeah, I don't
So
drink either. I'm straight edge, so we'll have some liquid death together. So it'll be a
that's
fun
a
time.
deal.
Okay, sounds good.
Straight up liquid death. I mean
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, indeed. Awesome. Thank you, DJ Grinch, for being my guest on the We Man Tree Chronicles, and we will see you on Thursday night at the downtown bar. No cover charge. Just donate whatever you want at the door. I don't even care. Just donate whatever, and let's have some fun these next couple days. Awesome. Thanks, DJ Grinch. You
Absolutely.
rock, dude.
Thank you very much, Wu
And
Manchu.
yep.
Sorrel.